when I had the opportunity to start getting involved inside, it was so important because I knew that the change needed to start there. If I didn't start change there, then I was just going to come out and do the exact same thing that got me there to begin with, and I just had to stop that cycle. It was so important because I was tired of being in pain all the time. I was tired of feeling like life had no meaning or purpose. I felt as if I couldn't teach my children to break that cycle if I didn't learn to do it for myself. I was just continuing the things that I had learned from my mother and her mother, and I wanted more for the future. I learned to have a voice. I learned to move past the fear of all of that brokenness. And I also learned that all that pain had a purpose, and that if I could apply it and learn to become a whole individual through Truth Be Told, that I had a chance. And that's all I wanted, was a chance. And I found that through Truth Be Told. It felt refreshing. It felt overwhelming to see other women that had been where I had been, who had overcome where I had been, and that there was a hope. It has taught me to have boundaries where I can give somebody the full version of me, the best version of me, because I have learned how to be healthy. So when I am healthy with myself, I can give that in my relationship. I can build a relationship. It's no longer surface, it's intentional. Each piece of what I give myself to another individual to build a relationship is now intentional, whereas before it was selfish. People don't believe it when they see this individual that they meet today. They're like, "You did what? You've been where?" And I said, and I tell them that incarceration, nobody's exempt from it. Nobody's exempt from a mistake. We're human. And I happen to be one of those humans who made poor choices due to the trauma of my life. And until I learned to heal through Truth Be Told, like I said, I didn't have a chance. So telling my story has given me freedom. It has given me a chance to allow people to see what being human is, not being a convicted felon, not being a woman of addiction or a woman of bondage. There's a different person that has been made from those experiences. Without that experience, I would not be who I am today. The main obstacle was making the healthiest decision for me. Not returning to what was comfortable, because that's what was easiest. It would have been easiest for me to go back to what I know, and learning to make a healthy decision, learn to stand on my own 2 feet, and to allow myself to have worth. No longer manipulating and lying and cheating and doing illegal things. So first, setting a boundary with myself to set a standard for myself. The challenge of housing, I think, has been the hardest. The way of humbling myself into a bridge job rather than getting out and expecting some unrealistic job, but having to work for what I've done since I've gotten out. Having integrity was a challenge when I got out. The change happened when I lost the first of my 3 grandparents incarcerated. And that's when I realized that the things that happen in life cannot affect who I am. That I was going to continue to live life and face hurtful things and have a choice to change, have a choice to make a healthy decision. And I went through Truth Be Told. It was our very last class the day that I lost my grandmother, that I found out that I lost her. And I made a decision to continue to go to that class that last day. And the women just embraced me. And God was through it and on it And he just took me and scooped me up with these women and said, "You will be okay. Just hold on." And I prayed through it, and I learned to just love myself through all of it and to ask for help. So it was in that prison cell that I just continued to get to see grace and mercy through the women in that place. You can see all those darkness that you want to see, but you choose to see the light. You make a choice to find the light in the darkness if you want to. I never anticipated having a community here too. I thought it was something that inside women come together, they do what they're supposed to do, they do what they have to survive, to grow, to change. But I never anticipated coming and being welcome in somebody's home, being welcome into somebody's arms and saying, "I still love you. I don't even know you, and I still love you." And I've been, just in the last 24 hours, feel so connected to a community that has my best interests at heart, and where what I say matters. What I'm doing today matters. That is what this has done for sharing for me with this community, and coming home and not just what I knew there, but a whole new flourishing life. And it's a new piece of it started today. You want to believe that there's more. But for myself, until I actually experienced it, it was just an idea. It's a hope. And that hope has come into pure fruition. Bad things happen to good people. Anybody can make that mistake. It does not define you. It is not who I am today, but it has shaped me into the individual I am today. And that 5 years of incarceration saved the many years of my life now. It saved my life. I would have continued to make those poor decisions if I would not have had the opportunity to be sat down and to be still and to learn why I was that individual, why I did those things, and how to take care of myself, how to love myself, and how to break past all of that trauma that started it to begin with. I tell people, I know that you see a pretty picture, but you have no idea. Give people a chance. Let them just be who they are and listen and love them. And everybody deserves a chance. There's nothing that we could have done that doesn't deserve a second chance. There is life after incarceration. This is not the end, it's just the beginning. This is a chance for you to sit down and sit still and to learn and to grow. Take that time. Utilize your time, because it could save your life coming out. There will be challenges, absolutely will be challenges, but there's nothing that can't be conquered out here. Ask for help. It's okay to not know something. It's okay to learn something, and as long as we continue to learn, we continue to grow. Be open-minded to something new, because there's so many good things out here. You're gonna help somebody with your story. You need to be heard. It's important. And just be honest with yourself, and eventually you'll be able to free yourself from the bondage of all the lies from the past. My advice is to take Truth Be Told. Take any class that you can get your hands on. Give yourself an opportunity to get involved with Truth Be Told and all the programs that are offered.